Christian apologists often claim that the Bible and Christianity were instrumental in the abolition of slavery. But is that true? Hello, my name is Andrew, and today I'm reviewing Slavery, Abolitionism, and the Ethics of Biblical Scholarship by Hector Avalos. First, a bit about the author. Hector Avalos earned both his Master of Theological Studies and his Doctorate in Hebrew Bible and Near Eastern Studies from Harvard University. Avalos completed a postdoctoral fellowship on anthropology and religious studies at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Was a professor of religious studies at Iowa State University. He authored several books and was an outspoken proponent of secular ethics before he died on April 12, 2021 at the age of 62. Slavery and Abolition seeks to lay the case for three interrelated claims. 1. Biblical scholarship generally functions as an apology for biblical views now deemed unethical, and slavery is a prime example. 2. Reliance on biblical ethics generally has delayed the abolition of slavery and any progress toward freedom in the manner the latter is currently conceived. 3. Any credit to the Bible for ethical advances concerning freedom is usually the result of arbitrary exegesis of the Bible, reinterpretation, and the abandonment of biblical principles. The first chapter of this book serves as the introduction, laying out for readers the reason for writing this book, as well as providing his three aforementioned claims. In Chapter 2, Avalos provides an overview and refutation of the hermeneutical strategies scholars have used to obfuscate or excuse the Bible's endorsement of slavery. Chapter 3, Avalos provides a brief overview of the ancient Near Eastern ethics regarding slavery that is also the historical backdrop for the Bible's views on slavery. In Chapter 4, Avalos provides commentary on several verses in the Hebrew Bible that pertain to slavery, from law codes to narratives with enslaved people as characters. Chapter 5 turns to the New Testament, beginning with commentary on how the golden rule of Christianity, to love one's neighbor as themselves, relates to slavery. The remainder of the chapter focuses on the Pauline and Pseudo-Pauline letters. Chapter 6 then focuses in on Jesus' parables, which surprisingly often contain enslaved people as characters within. Chapters 7 to 12 detail how Christians approach the issue of slavery, from the days of the early church to the transatlantic slave trade. Chapters 13 and 15, Avalos provides an overview of the various arguments of abolitionists and how they use the Bible to argue against slavery. And lastly, in Chapter 16, Avalos provides alternative explanations for why abolitionism was successful. Out of all the books I have read by critical scholars on this subject, Avalos is by far the least charitable in his summary and critique of how Christianity and the Bible have endorsed slavery throughout history. Now, this does not necessarily mean that his harsh critique is unwarranted. Overall, I find this book provides a well-researched, broad overview on not only what the Bible has to say about slavery, but also on how Christianity has historically endorsed the practice. If you want a frank but informative resource on Christianity's legacy of slavery, I highly recommend this book.